we start explaining different internet levels. What's the deep web? What's the dark web? What's the surface web? Then understanding the importance of OPSEC, protecting yourself, not showing information. If you're doing an investigation, you have to protect yourself.
Welcome to NeedleStack. I'm Aubrey Byron.
And I'm Shannon Reagan. Today we're discussing executive protection and threat intelligence.
Joining us for that discussion today is Alex Lozano, founder and CEO of Cibergy and a professor of cyber intelligence at EPSI at University of Barcelona. Alex, welcome to the show.
Hey Aubrey, hey Shannon, thanks for inviting me tonight. I'm a super fan of your podcast. I believe you do great things, so thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So, Alex, ahead of the show, we were discussing your work, and we ended up kind of honing in on this topic of executive protection, how it's used in corporate environments, as well as government figures, anybody important. Can you start by telling us how OSINT is used in executive protection? Yes.
So, executive protection is related to what we call VIP individuals. It involves executives, also famous people, political figures, CEOs, and different personalities. And at the end, what we are trying to do with OSINT is understand what type of exposure these people have on the internet. Not only them, but with everything they do related to their work, to their personal activities, also to their relatives, and just understand what type of exposure they have and the risks and threats that can happen because of this information.
So with wealthy or powerful people, I'm assuming they might be extra careful of what information they make public about themselves or what they put online or maybe allow for them to have online. Can you talk a little bit about how that makes your job harder, or is it actually surprisingly easy to find information on important people?
It just depends on the people. There are some, as you mentioned, some of them are aware of their risks or have been trained, or at some point someone has told them what can happen if your personal information is out there on the internet. But on the opposite, now with all social media profiles, people sharing a lot of activities, personal information, everything they do, where they go, it's quite easy to find this type of information. Also, it's not only what they post, but we have also data breaches or different leaks where you can find phone numbers, emails, and those are for sure a risk for executives.
You mentioned how OSINT can be used for travel and even people looking into foreign investments. How do you use OSINT to learn more about a place someone might be going or situation?
Well, the way you do that, so first you need to know like a schedule of where are your workers gonna go, or like if you're protecting someone especially, you have to understand the context of that region where we're traveling, and then identify possible risks or what's going on in real time. Also, the week before, political and instability, and also maybe some disasters, natural disasters have happened. Maybe riots or demonstrations. So you have to be aware of all of this. There are specific OSINT tools that enable you to just have real-time information and then get some alerts if something is going on. And that's very important. that you're able to understand what's going on, so that you can protect effectively your client or an executive.
It seems like social media today would be a crucial tool to doing this. Are you going directly to social media? Are you using like data aggregators and scrapers? Do you worry about sock puppets? What are maybe special considerations for SOCMIN or social media intelligence in exec protection?
Well, first you have to identify where can we get the information from. For example, a good way to get this type of information is through live videos. We can find these live videos on social media such as Snapchat, YouTube, also Instagram, Facebook. All of these social media platforms have live videos, and also just monitoring through different type of alerts. For example, Google alerts. We have other tools such as Talkwalker or maybe Sandesk. These are specialized tools that what they do is just identify what's going on in a certain place, and then through different data aggregators, you can find all this information and generate a report or just get an alert in case it's something interesting.
It seems like with executive protection too, that there's a certain amount of proactive research, like before the event or travel or whatnot. But I can't underestimate the pressure you must be under to, provide intelligence like reactive to react to in the course of the event. Can you talk a little bit about what that pressure is like, how tight timelines might affect your research and intelligence building?
Yes. So, there's always pressure because we want to do, everyone wants to do things correctly and wants to provide the best intelligence possible. And at the end, you must be ready. You need a process. You have to develop a process previously and know exactly what you want to do. And then just run. Like sometimes you just have to run because you have to report something that's going on, and maybe you don't have even time to write it, but you have to call someone and say, hey, this is going on, or this is going to happen. What we mostly do is we wake up, let's say in the morning, and then we prepare a specific report for that day, and then we just, every day that happens, for example, if we have an event, specific event at a certain place, we just report interesting facts regarding what's going on that day. Next day, we do the same, and we send this type of information, let's say in the afternoon, so that our clients or the people we're working with have this information, and then they can go back, review what went on, what was happening, and then more or less understand like the full context of the event.
I want to shift gears a little bit to talk about your academic career, because you're also a professor of cyber intelligence. What kind of techniques are you teaching to your students?
We start with basic techniques because even though these students are going to be private investigators or security directors, at some point, they don't know a lot about OSINT, so we start with the basics. Let's say we start explaining different internet levels. What's the deep web? What's the dark web? What's the surface web? Then understanding the importance of OPSEC, protecting yourself, not showing information. If you're doing an investigation, you have to protect yourself. Absolutely. And then we start with Google Docs, how basic techniques to find information, basic tools. We pivot then to social media, how to investigate different social media platforms, and then monitoring geolocation. There are different elements that are very common in OSINT, and we try to touch all of them in a basic way. But it's a good way to get started. And then for sure, what I do a lot is just share different people that, like on Twitter, on LinkedIn, these people that share a lot of knowledge. I teach them, I let them know that there's a lot of value on the internet and they can learn by themselves many things.
In your courses, are there any tools that you focus on or open up to your students, or is it really more about the techniques? I know you mentioned SamDesk and some other ones earlier that seem to be relevant to executive protection side of the house.
I did teach them how to use Martigo. I believe it's one of the most typical tools, and also you can integrate a lot of different third-party tools to the platform. So it's a good way to start. And it depends. Of course, these are paid tools, so we don't rely a lot on them while we're teaching. But we did different resources, databases. We have like specific Linux tools that also are helpful, or just, for example, if you want to search a username, we use What's My Name app. If you want to, depending on what type of depending on through the course, we review different tools. I always like, and that's like a difference I've seen with other courses or trainings. I like to touch on paid tools such as Authenticate, Silo, Social Links, Shadow Dragon, all of these tools, because they are becoming more and more advanced, and you can rely on them in a way that you cannot rely on free tools. So at least, even though it's hard to teach them how to use them because you need a trial or something, at least so that they know what's going on out there, what are these professional companies, big companies doing, so that whenever they want to find a job or just work in the intelligence field, they at least know that we have these powerful tools out there.
Mm-hmm. I think, a tool, like you said, it always depends. It depends on what you're researching, if it's relevant or not, how you're going to leverage it, knowing how to leverage it. Again, kind of getting back to the time crunch of executive protection, but there's essentially a time crunch on all sorts of OSINT investigations. Everybody's giving you a deadline to get this information in so it can be utilized. How are you mixing tools, automation, tradecraft, your own skills? What does the mix of that look like, again, in this kind of pressurized environment?
What we try to do is just develop a process, like a system in which we can automate as much as possible. Of course, then you have to analyze this information, verify it's real information, and you have to review everything before you send something to your client, because this is important in intelligence. But we try to automate everything so that, because maybe we're handling 5 cases at the same time. You talk about pressure, but I have one client here that is asking me for one thing, and then I have calls from another client and completely different investigations and situations. So you have to try to develop a system in which you automate as much as possible, but also try to analyze and verify always information, because you have to, for sure, you have to, anytime you give information, intelligence to your clients, this has to be reliable information.
Since you work with students and, people really early in their career, is there any advice you want to give at that stage for people who want to pursue a career in OSINT or cyber?
Yes, I will tell them first, understand OSINT is a very big discipline, so just try to focus your attention on whatever you like the most. And also, I believe that everyone in OSINT at some point has learned by themselves. There's a lot of information out there about OSINT, how to do things, how to use these techniques, how to use these tools, and just try to learn as much as possible, because OSINT is changing all the time, and you must be updated if you want to be a good professional.
Well, thank you again so much for joining us. It was great talking to you.
Thank you.
And thanks to our audience for listening today. You can view transcripts and other episode info on our website, including where to find Alex at authenticate.com/needlestack. That's authentic with the number 8.com. And then be sure to let us know your thoughts on X, formerly Twitter, Blue Sky at Needlestack Pod, and to like and subscribe wherever you're listening today. We'll see you next time.
Thanks. It's been my pleasure.